Go back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Facebook Live. Give me 2 minutes. Ms. Ruth, if you want to go on my page and share the live on yours, by all means, go for it.
Okay, got it. I need to search for BB. How are you listed on Facebook?
Yep, I'm on Facebook. I'm live on Facebook right now.
Okay, and that's on under
Benquita Brown.
Okay, you got your full name. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Awesome. So you said go to your page.
Yeah.
There we go.
Do you see it on my page?
All right, hold on a second. Let me see how to share this.
Okay.
So you said go to your page.
Yeah. And do you see it on my page?
Now how to share it. I'm looking at how to share it.
Do you see an arrow down at the bottom of the live?
Now how to share it. Okay.
Do you see an arrow down at the bottom of the live?
Live chat. I see live chat. Hold on. More lights. Okay, let me go back. Oh, there it is. I see it. No, I got it. I was in the wrong place.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. All righty. I think I'm on it. Well, let me go back to it to make certain I did it right. Okay. Awesome. Oh, there it is. I see it. No, I got it.
Ooh. That's not right. It's this one right here. Okay, let's see. Hey, Facebook world. Thank you guys for your patience. Me and Ms. Ruth was having too much fun and let the time slip away from us. Okay, let me stop sharing because this is where I want to be right here.
So when it comes to the sharing of your screen, you know how to do that? Is that what you're trying to do?
Well, I was hoping it was doing that. I just stopped sharing just now. Did it not do it?
Okay, I don't see.
I had stopped sharing. Okay, let me do it again. Let's see.
Okay, so now what I wanted to show you is how to open this all the way up.
Oh, yeah, girl, tell me.
Okay, you see to the top left, and you see the little thing that looks like an arrow up all the way up to the where the P is at. Go where the P and go all the way over to like the fifth icon, up to the little flag with the arrow in it. Up next to this. To the right, to the right, to the right. Come back. That little arrow next
right
one.
Here?
The next one. Click that.
This right here?
That one right. Nope. Go back. That one. Click it.
This?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah. Miss Ruth, we got action. Oh, but you can't see me, but you can hear me okay, right?
I can hear you just fine. And what I did was to keep the echo down, I muted my phone. So all you hear are my information on
and that's exactly what I did muted on my laptop, but my phone is great. Okay, you guys, I'm very I do love people time, so I'm not gonna hold you any longer than I have to. Welcome, guys. Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Benquita BB Brown. I'm the co-founder of W.I.N Enterprises. That stands for Wealth is Necessary Enterprises. And I'm so excited you're here tonight. As you all know, it's March Madness, but this is not about basketball. It's a reminder that sometimes life can feel financially chaotic, bills coming from every direction, debt pulling at you, unexpected expenses showing up, pressure, stress, and uncertainty trying to make decisions for you. So tonight we take our power back. Tonight we make a decision to face the numbers, a decision to think differently, a decision to stop surviving and start moving with intention, a decision to build, protect, and secure what matters. Because wealth does not happen by accident. It happens when you decide to become more intentional with what you have. So we're going to jump right into it, guys. I have a disclaimer up here. This presentation is for educational purposes only. It is not financial, legal, or tax advice. The strategies we discuss are general guidelines and may not be suitable for everyone. We understand everyone's situation is different. I also encourage everyone to consult a licensed professional for advice specifically to you. Okay, let's get into it. Remember I said it's March Madness. Oh no, wait. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. My mission. Our mission is to educate, empower, and equip individuals and families to win financially through knowledge, discipline, strategy, and protection. Remember, I said educate, build financial awareness and confidence, empower, encourage intentional decisions and ownership, equip, provide tools, strategies, and protection for the future. We believe wealth begins with awareness, grows through intentional choices, and is sustained through planning, protection, and legacy. Okay.
Awesome.
What we got next? Okay. March Madness, MADNESS, stands for make a decision, navigate, elevate, strategize, secure. Okay. And hold on one second, you guys. I lost my notes. Oh, man. But it's okay. We're going to move forward. All right. Navigate. That is going to stand for navigate your numbers. Elevate, it stands for elevate mindset. Strategize is, it's just like it says, but I have something extra. Strategize your spending, and then secure is exactly what it means. Okay. Uh-oh. Segment one, navigate your numbers. Okay, if you all are listening, I want you to grab a piece of paper or save this for later. But let's talk, okay? Let's get honest about our finances, okay? The first step to changing your finances is being honest about where you at right now. Not where you wish to be, not where you hope to be next year, where you are today. I want everyone to write down your monthly income, your monthly fixed expenses, your variable expenses, and your total debt. And as simple as that sounds, this is the part many people avoid. Why? Because numbers make things real. Sometimes we are afraid looking closely because we're afraid of what we'll see. Afraid the debt is higher than we thought, afraid we've been spending more than we realize, afraid that the gap between what comes in and what goes out is too much for comfort. But let me tell you something powerful. Avoiding it does not fix it. Clarity is where change begins. When you know your numbers, you stop operating in confusion. When you know your numbers, you make decisions from truth instead of emotion. When you know your numbers, you take back control. You cannot change what you refuse to measure, and there is no shame in your starting point. The only mistake is staying disconnected from it. So tonight is about clarity because clarity creates control. Okay? So take away. Be honest with your real numbers. No guessing, use exact amounts. And remember, clarity creates control. Start by facing the facts. You can't change what you refuse to measure. Okay, that's what the N stand for in March Madness. All right, moving along to segment two, elevate mindset. What is quietly draining your progress? Okay. Once we face the numbers, the next thing we have to address is the mindset behind the money. Because sometimes the issue is not only what we earn, sometimes it's how we think, it's how we cope, and how we respond. Let's talk about lifestyle inflation. That's when income goes up, but somehow peace still doesn't. More
Hmm.
money comes in, but it gets absorbed just as fast by bigger spending, more obligations, and more unnecessary upgrades. Then there's emotional spending. A hoard day turns into a shopping cart. Stress turns into takeout. Sadness turns into spending. Celebration turns into overspending. And before long, money is no longer a tool, it becomes a coping mechanism. And then there's comparison culture. Looking at other people's lives, their trips, their clothes, their business, their home, their social media, and feeling pressure to keep up. But trying to look wealthy and actually building wealth are two different things. That's why mindset matters. A wealth mindset says, I don't need to impress people. I need to position myself. I don't need to react emotionally. I need to move strategically. I don't need more stuff just because I made more money. I need stronger habits. Real evaluation starts in the mind before it ever shows up in the bank account. If your thinking changes, your choice changes. If your thinking changes, your choice changes. If your choice changes, your future changes. And guys, as I'm talking to you, this is for myself. I used to have a bad habit of emotional spending. Baby, I go buy me a pair of shoes if I'm feeling bad or down about something, I go buy me a pair of shoes, knowing I don't need no more shoes. But we're elevating our mindset. And I always tell everybody, once you know better, you do better. So I'm doing a lot better. I can guarantee you that. Let's move forward to segment 3, strategize your spending. Practical moves you can make immediately, okay? Now that we talked about the numbers and the mindset, let's talk strategy because awareness is powerful, but strategy is what creates movement. This is where we stop saying, I need to do better and start deciding exactly what better looks like. For some people, that starts with understanding the difference between the snowball method and the avalanche method when paying off debt. One approach builds momentum by paying off the smallest balance first. The other saves more in interest by attacking the highest interest debt first. Neither works if you never start, but can work if you stay committed. Then I want you to identify 1 to 3 unnecessary expenses. I'm going to repeat that because this resonated to me. I want you to identify 1 to 3 unnecessary expenses. Not everything in your life has to go. This is not about punishment. This is about alignment. What are you paying for that is not serving your goals? I'm going to repeat that. What are you paying for that is not really serving your goals? Then there's the 48-hour no spend reset. Sometimes we need to interrupt the cycle. Pause the emotional spending. Pause the impulse buying. Pause the automatic yes. Give yourself space to think before your money disappears. And automate what matters. Bills, savings, and key responsibilities should not depend on memory and stress every single month. Systems reduce chaos. So here's the real question. What are you canceling tonight? What habit needs a reset? What is one financial leak you are finally ready to close? Because strategy beats stress when your money has direction. And every intentional move you make is a vote for the future you say you want. So let me press rewind a bit because, like I tell you guys, I'm also practicing everything I'm teaching. So back to here's the real question. What are you canceling tonight? What habit needs a reset? So for me, guys, I used to get my hair done every 2 weeks. I stopped and I do once a month. I used to get my nails done every 4 weeks. Now I do probably every 2 months. Don't ask me how, but my nail techs are very great at making my nails last. But for me, I had to take a step back and be like, what do I like? Let me be the change I want to see. I have to start with myself. And you start realizing, like, oh, okay, I don't need to get my hair done every 2 weeks, or oh, okay, my nails could be cool for every 6 weeks. So that's me. That's mine. What about you, Miss Ruth? I forgot. I'm not even on here by myself. Thank you, Miss Ruth. What about you, Miss Ruth? What's some habits that you had to reset?
Um, Being mindful that I don't need to eat out every time I'm out with running an appointment or going out. Modifying how much I spend on eating. When it comes to business, you're always working out of your car. So
Yeah,
therefore, I had to make certain that I modified my scheduling so that I would, spend less out there because you can spend $100 in an easy minute. So I had to definitely uh, make that adjustment. Also, being in business, as I mentioned, I was on a coaching call a little while ago, and one of the things that we talked about was marketing and how to plan for your marketing and scale up for your marketing. And I guess we're still speaking basically the same thing, making certain that we don't have unnecessary expenditures. So even in structuring our business affairs, we need to know how much is going toward our marketing, how much is going to go toward our
yeah,
specials events or whatever the case might be, so we don't overspend. And it's the same thing in personal life. When, like you said, strategy beats stress. When you have money that's clearly defined and has direction, you do feel that you're more empowered to get things done, and you don't feel like you're overwhelmed because you have a clear direction that
yeah.
your money is going in, and it definitely provides a confidence that you need to do other things as well because your money's straight.
Correct. Correct. Thank you so much, Miss Ruth, for unmuting yourself and joining me in on a conversation. All right, guys, we are going to close with secure, okay? End with protection, peace, and preparation, okay? As we close this segment, I want to remind you that building wealth is not only about making money, it is also about keeping it, protecting it, and preparing for what life may bring. This is why security matters. An emergency fund matters because life does not send invitations before it shows up. A car repair, a medical bill, a job interruption, a family emergency. Without a cushion, one unexpected moment can create a financial setback that takes months or even years to recover from. This is why even starting with 1,000 matters. It may not solve everything, but it creates breathing room, and breathing room creates peace. Now, I want to pause a little bit about the emergency fund because remember what I said in the beginning, everyone's situation is different. $1,000 for you to say that might be too much for you. What if you do $20 a month or $80 a month or $100 a month? Do After you sit down and do all your expenses and you evaluate, you sit down and you figure out the emergency fund that works for you. Okay? Income protection matters because your ability to earn is one of your greatest financial assets. If income stops, what is the backup plan? How does the household stay afloat? How does the family stay protected? And planning ahead matters because love should never leave people unprepared. When we plan ahead, we reduce confusion, stress, and burden for the people we care about most. The goal is not just to make money, the goal is to build wisely, protect intentionally, and leave your family stronger because why? You're well prepared. And as we close this portion of tonight's conversation, oh, did I do that wrong? Yeah. I want to leave you with this thought. Your finances can change, your habits can change, your future can change, but it starts with a decision. Make the decision to be honest, make the decision to learn, make the decision to move differently, make the decision to secure what matters. Also, one thing I always want people to understand is this, and I'm going to stop sharing. Stop sharing. Uh-oh. Ms. Ruth, talk me through it. Okay.
You see it?
Stop sharing. Okay, do you
You hit
see
this.
me?
Okay, yeah, we see you. The screen, I think the screen is gone. Okay,
Okay, yes, that's
okay.
fine. One thing I always want people to understand is this. Financial growth does not happen through information alone. It also happens by being connected to the right people, being connected to the right education, the right strategies, and the right voices. That's why I'm excited about the next segment. Our guest speaker represents UWE, an organization committed to helping people better understand money, credit, financial position, and the tools available to build a stronger financial future. So, as we continue tonight's conversation, I want you to lean in, take notes, and really listen for what can help you make smarter financial decisions. Please help me warmly welcome our UWE guest speaker, Miss Ruth Artis. Hey, Miss Ruth.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you, BB?
I'm good.
Awesome.
So we are going to honestly just have a conversation, you and I.
Sure.
We're
Okay.
just going to talk, and then 2 weeks, guys. We talked about finances today, so in 2 weeks we're going to talk about credit, and we're going to talk about the different products that UWE offers. Okay.
Mhm.
But first, let's talk. Let's get some background about you, Miss Ruth. Let's learn more
Okay.
about you.
Oh, wow. It's hard to talk about myself, honestly. I'm a motivator. So one of the things I do is I often encourage other people more than myself. But if I were to speak about me specifically, how I was introduced to UWE. Actually, several years ago, I actually had an opportunity to be introduced to UWE when my daughter was in middle school. But you know how they say timing is everything?
Yep.
Well, apparently, the vision I had for UWE in that season didn't come into fruition. So here it is years later. Back in July, a young lady that I know, a good friend of mine, she sent me a text message. She said, Miss Ruth, take a look at my website. And I said, sure, I'll do that because we support each other. We help each other out. We iron sharpening iron. So
Right.
I looked at the website. She told me to get back with her. And basically, I just went on and enrolled because it made sense to me. When I reviewed everything, it just made sense. Okay. And because I'm an entrepreneur, because I'm a business minded individual, it made better sense for me to get the
Mm-hmm.
platform as an individual so I could use it. Number one, because I'm a real estate agent. As a real
Okay.
estate agent, you get paid when you get to the closing table, right? Well, with the transition I was making from South Carolina to North Carolina, I felt like I needed to have weekly income instead of a weekend income just when I get paid from the closing table. So when I looked at this platform, it just made sense to not only be a customer, but to be an agent. So I signed up. So when she reached out to me, she didn't realize I was already in the platform and already kicking the tires and smelling the leather, so to speak. And that's how I started. And that was last July, the end of
Okay.
July, 24th of July. And honestly, BB, when I enrolled in July, you know how
Uh-huh.
you heard the old saying, the old commercial from years ago, set it and forget it. I don't
Yep.
recommend everybody do that, okay? But generally, that's what I did because I signed up, I enrolled as a customer agent, and then I set up everything with my credit counselor because the young lady didn't work with my paperwork. So I thought that was a no-brainer too. I don't have to touch anybody's paperwork, so that was a good thing.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. So when I went on and enrolled, the credit counselors or the information guided me to my credit counselor at corporate, and I called her. She got me set up, made certain I had dotted all my I's and crossed all my T's, and they can do everything they needed to do. And I left it alone, forgot about it. I didn't touch it no
Mhm.
more because I was relocating. I was relocating to from Columbia to North Carolina, and I really wanted to focus on that. So, long story short, I know I hate when people say that, but what had happened was,
Right, right.
okay, was I didn't I got an email in late October, and that email was saying to me that it was time for my quarterly review. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, great. So let me see what they've done. So when I set up the appointment and I spoke to my credit counselor, she said when she opened my file, I was like, oh Lord, the IRS is coming to get me. So she said, no, no, it's not that bad. I'm like, okay, well, tell me what's going on. She said, Miss Miss Artis, I've never seen anyone's score go up this fast, this much. I was like, tell me more. She said, your credit score went up 192 points on one credit bureau and
Wow.
198 points on the other two credit bureaus. I was sold. That
Wow.
was
Okay.
October. That was late October. I started telling everybody. It's like I learned a new language, honestly, because
Right.
when I realized that if they could do that for me to take some of the pressure off of me, how much more can they help other people? And so I went on and like I said, I just went whole wild just telling everybody. And as a result, since October, late October, might I add, since late October through November, through Christmas, through New Year's, through
Uh-huh.
Valentine's Day, I am proud to say I am a sneeze away from my second promotion with United Wealth Education. So I'm excited. I have three generations of partners all around the country. And primarily, I work my business anywhere I have internet just and as long as I can talk to people. So that's why I started UWE. Since then, I've been able to empower people. And lastly, I would like to say is years ago, God had given me a mandate that He had empowered me to prosper. It was a prophetic word that He gave me. It resonated with me. I felt it in my spirit, in my innermost being. And
Uh-huh.
through the years, being an entrepreneurial type of person, I've endeavored to partner with other companies and other platforms and products and everything. And I always wanted to go for toward leadership. But for some
Right.
reason, it always felt like it was work instead
Right.
of just a flow. And I'm big on flow. We got to flow with it. Let's flow
Right.
with it. It shouldn't be a struggle. And if it's a struggle, make it a character building experience. Okay.
Right.
So I really wanted to help people. And so that's what I end up doing. And this platform has allowed me to do that on so many different levels. And I'm excited because I am, like I said, a sneeze away from being a field trainer with a senior field trainer, might I
I'm
add, with
excited
this
for
company.
you.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited for you. And guys,
Yes.
I met Miss Ruth, was that like maybe 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago, about three weeks ago, not
Yeah,
even a
3 weeks
month.
ago. Right, yeah, not even a month. And you guys know me, as long as something aligns with my vision, I'm gonna run with you. I'm not gonna walk
Amen.
with you, we're gonna run together. So I'm excited to be a part of UWE as well, and I can't
Yes.
wait to fully dive into all the products that they offer. Let me ask you a question, Miss Ruth. When
Sure.
you think about wealth education today,
Hmm.
why is it so critical for entrepreneurs and professionals? You know what? Families too.
Family
Why do,
soon.
yeah, it affects all of us.
Well, I feel that it is important for us to understand financial literacy because, see, that's how the wealthy get wealthy.
Right.
That's how rich people get wealthy. They understand the power of money. They understand the language of money. They understand the power of
Hmm.
credit and the language of credit and how the two cousins work together to create a good family dynamic.
Hmm.
Okay. So as a community have not done that part of the work, the hard head
Hard work.
work to
Mhm.
get us in a place that is favorable for us to teach our children and our children's children because nobody taught us. So, retirement as it used to be with um, uh, our parents, our grandparents, uh, it's totally different. We never thought that the demographics of employment would change the way it has. We
Yep.
never thought retirement would change the way it is. And so things are so uncertain. There is something we have to do. Not only do we have to take back our own education platforms and
Yeah.
abilities, but we also have to take care of our children and
Correct.
only way we're going to take care of our children so they don't run into the same issues that we've had is to educate ourselves and go teach our children. And
Yes.
this is and before we can teach the children, we got to teach the
Yeah.
adults.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I love this because it is a tool that is going to help people to be responsibly developed as financial leaders in their own home.
Yes. And you guys know the saying, knowledge is power.
It
And
is.
so we have so much access to knowledge, you guys. Like I think I read something earlier and it was like, do you think schools should teach financial literacy? I'm gonna say yes, but guess what? It all starts at the home.
It starts at
We
home.
have to stop depending on teachers to teach our kids everything. What they doing at home?
What they're
But
doing
at
at
the
home.
same time, what if the mom or dad, the grandma, granddaddy the
Don't
auntie,
know.
they don't know? You can't
Hmm.
teach something you don't
Don't
know.
know. That was like the way, now that you brought that up, that's how it was with math. You know, in school, I was not one for math. English, I would, writing, I loved it.
Mhm.
Okay. I loved it. Even gym. Okay. Oh, I'm just saying.
I hated him. I
But
couldn't
when
stand
it comes to, you know, financial literacy, my mom was a quiet woman. She didn't talk about things like that. You know, uh, my dad, his response was, "What do you think? Money grows on trees?" You know what I'm saying? What do you think? I'm a money machine? You know, and that was his way of, I don't want to have that conversation. Mama
it.
was like, "Listen, I don't have it, so go ask your daddy." So that was the that was the gist of the conversation about money in my household. And it, you know, I had to figure a lot of stuff out on my own. And
Mhm.
that's the hard way. That's the expensive way.
Mhm.
So, because of my experience, I have passion about it. Because of the mandate and the prophetic word over me, I have a passion about it. So, as a result, when I fell in love with the idea of just helping people free themselves back in October, that passion and that prophetic word spoken over me has started coming to life. And I know this is the vein God has prepared for me. And it's so easy. And you are a prime example of how easy. I mean, you just posted something in a group. I was just putting things in a group, right? And you
Mhm.
posted something in the group, and I posted a flyer
Yep.
about financial literacy and legacy building. And you responded to me within 30 minutes because you understand the
Yep.
importance. That's what you're talking about, a flow. And I love something that you often say, you're not a gatekeeper. If anyone is a part of this platform and they're a gatekeeper, they're doing themselves and the community they're
Yep.
in a disservice,
Yes, yes,
because
ma'am.
everybody needs to know. Everybody needs to know. Now, whether or not they make the decision to take advantage of it, that's on them. But if they know, they can't say they didn't know.
Didn't
They
know
didn't get an
exactly.
opportunity. And if 3 to 5 months from now, or 6 months to a year from now, and they're in the same place and you're in a whole different dynamic, they can't get upset with you.
Yep.
You know, they really can't, because you let them know. You know, so once you let the people know, you give them the space to make the decision, right?
Yep.
That's
And
that's
what makes,
Go
go ahead,
ahead.
Miss. No, no, you go ahead, love.
That's the flow of it. That's the
Yep.
flow of it. You know, that's the whole thing. You know, this is a platform. It has 13 proven products. 13. And some, it just amazed me, you know, so that's why I've done it, you know, because I really want to help educate people.
Yes, yes. And what Miss Ruth was talking about when she said it took me 30 minutes, I made a post in a group. I think it's like over 130,000 members in this group. Oh, the Mompreneurs. It's called
The
Mompreneurs.
mompreneurs. Okay.
And I posted, I said, if I gave you a mic, what can you talk about for 30 minutes with no head, like with no notes or something? Something I said like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And a lot of people comment. But Miss Ruth, she left a flyer, and on her flyer it had everything that she could talk about.
Hmm.
And my business is called W.I.N. Wealth is Necessary. I
Hmm.
want to get in line with somebody that is teaching financial literacy, financial education. They have all of these tools that will help not only me but my customers, and it's my mission, it's part of my vision.
Right.
Can y'all still see? Because my phone just went dead. But
There you go.
okay, I'm here. I'm here. So, but yeah, like yeah. So yeah, and me and I sent Miss Ruth. And now remind you guys, she's an hour difference to me. So I think it was like 9, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't even
And
know. I was just shocked you
yeah,
reached
and
out to
she
me.
called me, guys, off for the messenger, and I was
Mhm.
up. I was up, and I was ready to talk anyways. Like, yeah, girl, tell what are you? What is this company like? This, yeah. So in 2 weeks, guys, y'all better get into it because we have so much more in store. That was the journey and vision questions. Like that
Yes.
set the tone for that. Now we're going to go into the overcoming challenges. Okay.
Okay.
What was one of the biggest obstacles you faced building UWE, and how did you overcome it?
Hmm. I guess one of the biggest things I would have to overcome is number one, and this is again the entrepreneur side of me coming out. Number one is understanding the power of the platform in the products and not treating the presentation of the products and the products as another network marketing, although it
Mhm.
has network marketing capacities attached to it. The vision for the product and services and how it can impact people is more important,
Right.
because if you get enough people to understand the benefits of this platform, and you take advantage of exposing it to those people, it's going to
Mm-hmm.
take care of the network marketing side of it for you to get paid.
Yep. That
But
is
if you
so true.
run behind the dollar bill, if you run behind the money, basically you're going to scare people off, because people do not want to be sold. They do not want to be hustled. So I felt that, I had to find my personable skill set for this platform,
Mhm.
and not prejudge it based on previous experience, you know.
Correct.
And I guess finding my why was the biggest part of that, making certain I understand my why. And since then, I mean, the Lord gave me, because I just give you another little bit tidbit, a nugget about me. I was in ministry for 30 years. Well,
Okay.
27 years. I was married for 27 years, and in ministry, 27, whatever, too long. Just too long. Just note that I said too long. Okay. But that's
Yeah.
another story. So we're not even going to go into that. But um, when I'm able to really take this platform and make it my, branding, make
Uh-huh.
it my platform, because it aligns with my vision, my calling, my desire to help people, to teach.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
aligns with so many different things. It was like a sweet pair of stilettos I put on and started strutting across the room, girl. I was having a
I heard that.
yeah, so it worked out well, So uh I feel that I have definitely tapped into a resource that can help a lot of people.
For
And
sure.
I see the different platforms. I love the vision that you have, the energy that you have. And I think that's another reason why we connected, because
Yeah.
when you think big and when you think out of the box, you really want some folks around you that are that big in thought processes and vision as
Yes.
well. I heard it put this way by Ron Carpenter years ago. He's an anointed preacher out of Greenville, South Carolina. He says, I want to be in the company of people who are not intimidated by the size of my vision.
Ooh. Repeat that.
Mm.
Repeat that again.
Oh,
Repeat that.
girl, I want to spend time in the presence of people who are not intimidated by the
Mm.
size of my vision.
What they be doing? Clock it.
Girl, so I'm excited because I'm really in the company of some amazing group of people from not just in my demographic area, but all over the country. I mean, I have another young lady in Alabama,
Okay.
and I have someone else in Florida, I have someone in California. So this is a nationwide opportunity to help people. And if you get key partnerships, I mean, you're in Louis. Where are you, baby girl? Where are you again?
I'm in St. Louis
St.
today.
Louis, right?
Yeah.
St. Louis. You know, so there's some amazing things that we can do, and God has given me some visions and plans to share with the team members in all of these different areas how to maximize and help the people in their community. You
Yes.
know, and that's what it's about. But what I was going to say earlier is when I started really praying about this platform, how to really get the word out, one of the visions God gave me is Mission Possible 500.
Mm. I like that. I like that.
Mission Possible 500, where we as a team, my team and I, we can reach out and go get, you know, help 500 families in 2026.
I like that. I
Yeah,
love that mission. I
yeah,
love it.
yeah, yeah. So, you know, and that's a collective effort. That's just not me doing it all by myself. But if each of us reached one person a week or one person a month, no, we got to do better than that. Excuse me.
But I'm following what you're saying, though. I'm following you.
You got it, right? You know, but if we take, they say it takes a lot of hands to make a heavy load light.
Hey.
So that's what we want to do. We want to make certain that we don't carry this burden or this platform by ourselves, but we engage other people to do so. So I really don't
Yeah.
feel into summer, I really don't feel like I've had challenges to overcome. I just had the structure. I had the
Yeah.
structure. Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it. Last question for overcoming challenges.
Okay.
In your experience, what
Okay.
is the most common misconception people have about building wealth? In your
Ooh.
opinion?
Only the rich get richer.
And the poor.
Um, One of the main things is a limited understanding about the power and leverage of network marketing and residual income possibilities. And that goes back to retirement, right?
Mhm.
If you start a job and work 40 years, and then after 40 years you retire and you don't even have $10,000 in the bank, baby, there's a problem. There is a problem. So what we want to do is show people, instead of working 40 years to end up without the resources and the structure you need to survive after retirement, then what we want to do is show you within 3 to 4 years how to retire yourself through network marketing and residual income while you're helping other people get their money right. It's a
Yeah, I like.
win it's a win-win situation. So the only thing is overcoming mindset, which you brought into your presentation. If we can get people to open up their mind and be open to receive the information instead of saying,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's just one of them things. Oh, she's just doing another business. Oh, it's
Mhm.
just a pyramid." If we can get people to stop long enough to listen, sit down and listen to make an informed decision, they will be empowered to prosper, to
Yep.
be educated, to go get, as the kids say, go get that bag. You know, so I'm like, you know, we gotta tap into the resources that can take us out of the normal way of doing things, because the normal way of doing things, as far as building a career and retirement, it's so close to being obsolete.
Yes, ma'am. You telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the
Nothing
truth.
but the truth.
We're gonna shift to practical strategies, okay?
Yes.
Um, if someone is just beginning their wealth journey,
Okay.
what's one or two actionable steps should they take immediately? What would you suggest?
Ooh, immediately. If you're going to take your um, financial journey to get your money right, first of all, know where you are, and that's something that you say. You know, recognize definitely your money need is looking a little funny.
Mhm.
You know,
Uh-huh.
your structure is not there. Um,
Yeah.
then once you recognize you need help, go out and find one, if not two platforms and compare apples to apples. You know,
Yeah.
you got the granny apple, you got the green apple, you got this other apple over there and another one over here. You know, check out those different platforms and then then inquire about those platforms.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I try to get people to understand is this. When you are working with finding a platform to help you build your credit back, keep in mind that for-profit companies are for profit. So they're going to make certain that they only attack or go after just a few things at a time, and it takes 2 to 3 to 4 years before they get it done. You don't
Yes.
want that. You're paying every month and you still do not see any change in your credit score because they are for profit. They cannot go after but 3 to 5 items at one time. So their
Mm-hmm.
profit comes with you being the long, what they call it, the long, what is it? The long scam, you know, the long
Okay.
scheme, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
they keep you, you know, keep you in
Yeah.
hopes that they're going to reduce your score. It may go down a little bit, but then if you do something or change something, it's going to regurgitate back on it because they're not there to help you stay out of their system.
The system.
Now, one of the things about another reason why I felt so passionate about this platform is because this is a nonprofit organization. This company is debt free. It has been debt free for 20 years. So
Wow.
that was a plus for me, number one. Number two, in the company, not only are we
Mm-hmm.
nonprofit, but we have a nonprofit, excuse me, not only are we debt free, but we have a nonprofit capacity, whereas directors and or representatives can go into the schools and teach financial literacy to the ages 8 through 12 grades.
Oh, wait, that's called
The
something
Youth
mint.
Family Mint, the Young Family
Yeah.
Mint, I think it's Young Family Mint, is a nonprofit organization where we, as UWE agents and or yeah, agents and
Yeah.
directors can go into the schools. Now, you would have to take, if you're not a director, you have to take a director with you,
Right.
okay? Because that, you know, and then you, of
Of
course,
course.
we'll deal with
Of
all of
course.
that.
That
But
makes sense.
it's a great thing because you go into we're able to go into the schools, as I said, to educate the children before they get out there with all those credit cards that they're going to get offers for in their senior year.
As soon as they turn
As soon
18.
as they turn 18, you know, and but before they get there, we want to make certain that we teach them how to use those cards, the responsibilities that come with it, the money they can earn, you know, the power they can have from that environment. Now, the
Mm-hmm.
other side of that is this: not only do we are we able to go into the schools, but as a wealth educator and a company that teaches literacy and financial literacy and legacy, we offer each of the seniors who go through our curriculum for financial literacy an opportunity to receive a scholarship toward their freshman year in college.
Wait, repeat that.
Did I
What?
say yes, 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 yes? You heard that right. You heard that right.
Repeat.
We
Okay,
can
repeat it one
provide as
more
health as wealth educators
time.
when
Mm-hmm.
we are going into the schools or the boys and girls clubs or communities or whatever like that. You get ready to get me started on some things here, okay? Because my mind is working.
Come on with it, Miss
We
Ruth.
can go into the schools and teach financial literacy to help protect the legacy of our youth. And then when we have seniors go through our curriculum for financial literacy and education, they will qualify and apply for and qualify for a scholarship toward their freshman year.
Ooh, there go another clocky.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yes, that's
that's
amazing.
impressive.
That is that
Yeah.
girl. Okay, UWE. But you know
Yes.
what I love most about all of that is we start like we educating them young, you know,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely. And that's the
and
goal of
some,
it.
yeah, and some of them can go home and teach
Talk to
like
the
mom.
mama.
Let's see what I learned today at
Yes,
school, you know. So it opens up the conversations that
it
need to be
does.
had. So
Absolutely. And then when the children come home with all that information, guess what? Like you said, take it home to mom and dad, and mom and dad's like, okay, so where you learning that? Tell me more. Tell me more. And of course, the structure of the system is designed to get into that home, to
yep.
educate mom and dad, get their money right, so that they can take care of the children as well. So
Yeah.
it's so many cycles and so many ways to win with this platform. It's amazing.
Yes, I agree. We're going to shift even higher, you guys. We're going to go
Okay.
into mindset and growth. Okay.
Okay.
How do you help clients bridge the gap between knowledge and real results, turning what they learn into action?
Oh, I love it. Listening, communicating, talking. Even earlier when I was thinking about, all the different connections I have had opportunity and blessed to have
Mhm.
since I started this platform in October. Um, when we're talking about doing financial literacy and education in the schools, we're talking about changing generations,
Mhm.
empowering generations. So it is important that you have patience to really, really hear the need of the people, know your product so you can meet the needs of the people through the products and how they can benefit from it. And if you're transparent with that information, and you're able to really break it down for them or put them in front of someone or something that can break it down for them, giving them the opportunity to make the decision because
Mhm.
they're educated now. They're aware. They may not know everything about the platform, but they are educated enough to know, if I do this, I can do that. If
Yes.
if I enroll here, in 6 months, I could be there. I could qualify for a house in 6 months to a year. If I made a decision here, but they have to feel comfortable making that decision here. They have to feel
Yes.
good about the connection they're making with you here. And you have to be patient to help them understand the value of what they do here that will benefit them later on and their generations to come. I hope that answered the question.
Oh, yes, it did. It did. One more question about mindset and growth.
Hmm.
What mindset shifts are essentials for creating substantial financial success? And I'll repeat it. What mindset shifts are essential for creating sustainable financial success? And I'm going to answer it as well.
Okay.
Because me and you, we actually have answered this question already
Okay.
when we said they have to shift their mindset. They have to be open to receive the information. And
Absolutely.
we got to be able to break some habits.
Hmm.
We have to really look and be like, do I really need this? Is this a need or a want? And
Hmm.
listen, what did I say? I'm sick of generational struggle. You're
That's
like,
it.
let's run a generational wealth there. But that might start with you. You might be the one that break the
Brace it,
generational
right?
struggle.
Well, I'm
So,
gonna be honest with you. Sometimes, when I think about the young people, they're a little savvier than we think,
oh, for
because
sure.
they're tapping into this AI, they're tapping into the social media, they're tapping into it, and so we got to get up to speed, honestly. And so you gotta come forward to them with a product that can really help them see beyond what they already know. You know, I think changing their mindset is just basically opening them up to the possibility of your platform.
Yep.
Because the generations are younger than us, they're tired of working. The generation above us, they're tired of working. You know, our
For
generation, we
sure.
tired of working.
For sure. For sure, girl. I was just saying how my knees was hurting. Like,
Yeah, so it's like,
ah,
like,
girl.
let's keep it easy, because another reason I started this platform, BB, because I thought about the option. Remember, I told you I'm a real estate agent, so every time I get paid is when I get to the closing table. So that's one thing. That's good. You make good money. I'm certain of that. Yes, yes. However, I needed a weekly income. The thing that stood out to me was the options. You look at your options. Go to a Target or a Belk or someplace like that to get a part-time job just to bridge the gap. But look at the hours and time and the energy I would have to put into that job for a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Would it really help? Okay. So
Yeah.
I look at the time and energy I would spend over here, 8 hours, because I probably would have to do 8 hours at least 4 days a week if I were to do it. I said, if I take
Yep.
that same 8 hours, at least 4 days a week, even if I split them up 4 hours here and 4 hours there, but in 8 hours a day, I put into my own vision,
Yeah.
my own business,
Yeah.
my own passion, then I don't have to go get a part-time job, because this here will pay me far
Mm-hmm.
greater than a part-time job could ever, because it's only capped at one level. There's no
Yep.
growth potential, but it takes a big toll on your
For
physicality, your
sure.
your physical makeup, you know, and half the
I
time.
have a,
Mm-hmm,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
baby. No,
No,
you go ahead.
no, just half the time you just don't have the strength after you get off of that to do anything more. So I
Yep.
had to evaluate what was most important: long-term sustainability through discomfort now, or comfort now for the sake of long-term stability.
Ability. Yeah. And you are so, I have a friend that, he works so hard
Mm-hmm.
for the owner, right? He's like
Mm-hmm.
second, he is second in command. I give
Mm-hmm.
him that. But I told him, I don't know, knock what you do. You got
Mm-hmm.
to make your money. But I
Mm-hmm.
told him if he put as much effort as he putting into that person's dream, into his
Mm-hmm.
own
Own
dream,
dream. Mm-hmm.
oh, the possibilities that and the opportunities that can come to you.
That'll come
But
to.
in the same breath, I building your own business, having your own business, that's not easy.
It's
And
not easy.
I'm never going to say it is easy, but
Mm-hmm.
my mission and my vision and how determined I am to
Mm-hmm.
make this work for me,
Mm-hmm.
that's what sets me apart. And everybody can't be a business owner. If everybody a business owner, we ain't got no customers. So,
That's it. That's it. That's it.
so, and and I also want entrepreneurs, if y'all listening, like if you work at a 9 to 5,
Mhm.
dedicate that 6 to 10 to your business.
Right.
Or better
You got to have
yet,
structure. I'm going to tell you what I think the
yeah.
problem is. You have to have structure. Like, for instance, that young man that you were just mentioning, him just thinking about doing his own vision, putting that same energy into his own vision, he can't see it because he probably has not a clear vision yet of what is his passion. We got
Mm-hmm.
to find out what his passion is first. And
Mm-hmm.
see, once we find out his passion, then we can put a structure and a strategy in place for him to implement it from where he's at.
Yeah.
Okay. And then as he gets involved in doing the small things where he's at, his passion is going to become more and more passionable and
And
more structured.
yeah.
And it starts paying him a little
Yeah.
here and a little there. He's going to physically shift that time on his own.
Because let me tell you what's happening now. His
Mm-hmm.
body is aching. The
Mm-hmm.
work that they do is labor. And
Mm-hmm.
the older you are,
It
you don't
hurts.
move as fast. You hurt
Right.
a little, you hurt, so
And they
he
will
at the
let
point
him
where his
go, let
body
him
won't
not
even.
let him have a few bad days. They will let
Yep.
him go. It don't matter that he's second in command. And this
Show
is
them.
one of the things that I learned through my career in business and working my careers, is because I have learned they don't ask you what about the bottom line when they're letting you go. They don't discuss what's happening in the boardroom when they decide your position is no longer needed. That's another reason I'm on this platform,
Yeah.
because I want to make certain that people who are working for corporate America and who whether they decide to do this or do something else or do nothing at all, prepare yourself if corporate America says bye-bye.
Yeah.
If they tell you you got, we don't need your services anymore, what are you going to do? He's got to understand the benefit. Oh, goodness, girl. He's got to understand the benefits of his decision-making process right now so that his body don't have to go through that in 3 to 4 years from now.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't do something right now, he can't complain when his body's aching 3 to 4 years from now because he didn't put nothing in place. So we got to show him structure. I'm saying we, but that's something else.
You my business partner. We on this journey together, girl. I told you we running, not walking.
Yes. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love an opportunity to talk with this young man because of some of the things that I have coming up in May. On May 16th, I am initiating the Take Charge Intensive, which is a 1-day intensive branding authority intensive where I'm going to be breaking it down how to take your vision from concept to authority in the marketplace so you can make money. So I'm gonna be breaking that down. Yeah. I'm in the. I got to get my website up and my landing page up. That's one of the things I really have to do. BB, this is just you and I on here right now. I take it right now.
No. We're live on Facebook, Miss Ruth.
Okay. Yes. So. Okay. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I do have.
I'll call you. I'm so glad that you said, I'm so glad you made it clear because I would have thought you just you excited and you want to share.
Not yet. No, we got to get some things. We're putting some things in order, but there are so many exciting things that are coming up the pike. It has already started here in March Madness. And it's going to kick off some things for the rest of this year that is also going to help with the mission possible 500 to help 500 families. So I encourage anybody, if you are if you're having financial trouble and you don't understand credit, your money's funny, your credit is zilch, and you want to buy a house, you want to make some major moves, but you can't because you're feeling trapped, we need to have a conversation with you because there are options out here for anyone who is willing to listen. See, that's the key. If you listen, then you know. But if you don't listen, why are you saying no when you don't know? So that's my whole thing. I want to change people's mindset to be open to the possibility of securing their future and not leaving it to chance.
Right.
It's so important. It's just we just can't approach things the way we used to.
That's true.
We don't know what's going to happen after this.
No, I know. Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen. We got to get ready now. Another year and a half of that. You better be ready before the end of this year and a half. Because if that's a prelude to what's to come.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
People not.
Are you ready? And girl, there's a song that just came to mind. People get ready. There's a change coming.
Yep.
Don't need no ticket. You just get on board. Okay. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people to get on board with the reality that the way things used to be it's not working. It's not working. So what are you going to do? What we gonna do?
What we gonna do?
What we gonna do?
Don't need
I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do.
Board.
I heard it put this way. I'm let's see how to put that thing. I'm gonna hang on in there until I see what see what the end gonna be. That's what I'm gonna stick to it to the end to see what the end gonna be. That's how the old back in the day. That's how the mothers used to say it. So, yeah. But
We
I'm
go,
excited about the platform. Yes. Go ahead.
yeah.
Mr. B. Yes.
We're gonna talk about legacy and advice. That's what we're going to we're gonna end on that. But legacy and advice, because this gonna get deep as well. What
Okay.
advice would you
Okay.
give your younger self about money, wealth, and success?
First thing I would say, money don't grow on trees. It does not grow on trees. But I like to use this analogy. The work that is needed for building wealth has to take place in a. I'm gonna use a plant as a seed as an example. Has to
Okay,
take place
okay.
in a dark place. The building blocks for building your wealth has to be a internal job, number one. It has to be a personable job, number two. And you have to be willing
Mm-hmm.
to go through some pain to get to the other side, number three. Okay, let me explain. You have a seed, right? I remember when I was in school,
Yeah.
my teacher gave us, I think it was lima beans. She said, now plant this lima bean, put it in the dark, put it in a dark place for 5 days, water it, but keep it in the dark for 5 days. And then after 5 days, take it and put it on your mama's countertop, and it's going to bloom and be a beautiful plant. And it worked. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But what I want to talk about is what happens in the dirt during those 5 days. That seed,
Uh-huh.
what that seed has to go through to get to be the beautiful plant. It is not easy. Okay. It's not easy.
Uh-huh.
So, what you have here is this: the seed of success is in that seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
The DNA of success is within that seed. You plant the seed in a platform such as one we're talking about today, and then you'll do the work. Let the platform do the work. But in the process, you're going to have some growing pains. That
Yeah.
seed, you're going to feel the pain. The seed had to feel the pain of breaking open, discomfort.
Yeah.
It had to feel the discomfort of moving the outer areas out the way so the inside could grow up and out. Okay.
Yeah.
So that seed had to be willing to let go of some parts of itself to be better.
Right.
If the seed said to the plant or to the dirt, no, I'm not going to give up my space. I'm going to stay right where I'm at. I'm not going to change. I already know I'm a seed. I'm going to stay a seed the rest of my life. And that's the way my mama was. That's the way my daddy was. And I'm always going to be a seed. Okay. You'll never become the plant. You will
Boom.
never become the plant because you're not willing to go through the hard times. You're not willing to go through the discomfort. You're not willing to go through the growing pains. A woman can't have a baby without growing pains.
Correct.
A young boy
And
can't become a man. He can't become a
right.
man without his growing pains, without going through growing pains. A
Right.
girl can't become a woman without growing pains, the cramps.
Mm-hmm.
A woman can't become a silver sneaker kind of woman without going through her growing pains. Another set of growing pains. So
Growing
every
pains is growth.
transition, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
every transition requires growth and discomfort. So if we
Yeah.
can overcome people's mindset to open themselves up to the opportunity, the beauty, the growth, the glory that comes after all of that stuff in the soil, so to speak,
Yeah.
so to speak. If we can go through all of that formulation, that metamorphosis, that transition, will reap the benefits, and everybody will say, "Oh, you look so pretty. Oh, girl, I need to know what did you do?" Well, I planted myself in some soil that's going to fertilize me, and this is what it's all about. And then when you talk to them about how you became who you became, they're willing to listen because they see the result. So that's how you
Boom.
have to change the mindset.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to show them, but before you can show them, you got to be willing to go through the pain, discomfort, and the challenges that will come being an entrepreneur. It's not easy. But
It's
it can
not,
be
but
very
it's so worth it.
rewarding. It can be
Yes.
very rewarding if you stick and stay. They say you'll get your pay, huh?
Hey, I like that. Stick and stay. They say you'll get your pay. I like that. And
Yes.
I'm gonna ask the question as well. For
Yeah.
me, younger self, what I would tell myself about money, I'll discipline myself early with the savings because
Hmm.
I feel like if I would have started that younger
I
at an
do.
early age, it'll be a lot easier for
Easy.
me. Like it'll be a habit to, oh, put $50 up. Like I commend my best friend. My best friend, she won. Should I be telling this? I'm sorry, friend. She won $1,200 on the boat. 600
Hmm.
one day, 600 another day. You know what she did? She put it all in her savings. She did not spend a dime. I love that about her. She texted me like, friend, I won 600. I said, yeah, you told me you won it. She said, no, I won it again. I'm like, friend, you motivate. Like, and I will also say this too with my younger self, and I am glad about this. Get some people around you that will motivate you to do better, be better, all of that good stuff. And
Hmm.
I'm glad to call her my best friend because she motivates me to save. That girl could get $5 and she'll put $3 up. Like, and then she be finding money in her purse pockets in the drawers. Like
Wow.
she
I wish
motivates me to.
I wish I was more disciplined to save as well. That would have been helpful too. I remember when my daughter was a little girl, and they still have it now, the Gerber life insurance.
Yeah.
And at that time, I'm like, "Well, she don't need that. What we gonna do with that? Now and then here it is, she's in her 40s and and I'm like, wow, they still got that around. But if I had
Yes.
kept it, you know,
So let me tell you, if you had kept it, because I'm speaking from experience,
mm-hmm.
I'm live on Facebook. I can be transparent. My mom got all of us a Gerber life.
Okay.
And when I became a life insurance agent, I had her call with me on the like with me sitting next to her because it had been so long that she'd been paying on this. I wanted to know what all came with it. Is there a cash value with it? Like I'm learning. I'm new to the
Uh-huh.
life insurance business. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning, and everybody has some cash value with it. And it's still the same price. It did the price never changed. Whatever she paid, if it's $7, $8, $12, 15, 20, the price has not changed. But what I loved about it even more was the cash value because you can offer that cash value port when they graduate or when they need a new car or when they going up they hit they hit hard times because
Mm-hmm.
hard times don't happen. We can't avoid hard times, but what we can do is get ourselves prepared for
Absolutely.
the hard times.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and like you said, it be like, do I really need this? Like you got a little baby, you ain't thinking about life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You start thinking about it when you older, but when you older, it's higher. You got
Mm-hmm.
medical issues
Mm-hmm.
probably. So the best time to get it is when you're younger, but it don't even be on your mind
And the thing is,
because
with
when you
that,
think
even with
about
insurance, you definitely still have to make certain you keep those payments, those premiums up. That's the key.
yeah,
Because and see, that's another
yeah,
thing that they'll show you through that platform too, how to make certain that you automate your payments. And I saw that in your presentation, how important it is
yeah,
to have that automation going on when it comes to those recurring
yeah,
bills. That's called budgeting. That's a part of the
yeah,
budgeting platform that we have here as
for
well.
sure, for
So,
sure. And I can't wait till we dive into the products.
mm-hmm.
Last question for legacy and advice, and
Okay,
then
gotcha.
me and you still gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna talk a few more minutes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Looking ahead, what legacy do you hope to leave through your work at UWE?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you for asking me that.
You're
I want
welcome.
to leave a legacy that is authentic. I want the people that I've invited to this platform to know that I really cared for them, and I really introduced them to something that helped them. Because as I mentioned to you before, a few years, I mean, many years ago, God gave me the mandate that he had empowered me to prosper. And I understood that word. I was like, okay, God, that's good. Yeah, amen, amen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he started breaking it down for me. That word prosper means more than money. And
Yes.
so my legacy has to, with UWE, has to be that I empowered you to prosper through mindset, heart equilibrium, emotional equilibrium, actionable strategy, and
Mm.
a heart of compassion and get to itness. Let's get her done.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
want people when they think about me, I want them to say, you know what? One thing about that Miss Ruth, she don't give up easy. She just, I'm so glad I connected with her because, she really helped me to see that I can take my vision and couple it with, companion it with this platform and become unstoppable.
Yes.
you know
Yes.
and it's not just for me to become unstoppable, it's for me to help you be unstoppable, so that you can be the person to touch 5,000 families,
Yes.
and
And
then
that can
whoever you touch touches 5,000 and every 6 months,
Yes.
10,000. You know what I'm saying? So we want to be able to empower people beyond their own limitations, give them top opportunity to take their thinking caps off and really open up to create a life, design a life. I heard it this way when I was in another real estate company. Design a life you can be proud of.
Hey, I like that. I like
Design a
that.
life, yeah. Design the life that you are proud of. Don't let life just happen.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
life be life, and you know how we be saying life is life and
I
life
think-
is life, and
Yeah.
yeah, life be life, and but baby, while it's
Let me
life,
tell
and what you gonna do? What are
let me tell
you
you what
going
I
to
say.
do?
When people say life be life, and I be like, but God be God. And
Can I share something with you that I ministered? I mean, that ministered to me this morning, and I didn't know where God would have me to share. Honestly, I was like, God, this is good.
yeah,
This is
you got an open vessel. You got an open
whew,
spirit. You in
this is
receiving. Yes,
good.
ma'am. You have the
Yes,
floor,
yes, yes.
girl.
So I was thinking about me, my life, and just thinking about life this morning. It was early this morning too. I was sitting out having my coffee, and I thought about home,
Mm-hmm.
home. And I thought
Mm-hmm.
about how when people says there's no place like home, there's no place like home, there's no place like home, right? Many times in our mind, we say there's no place like home. The first thing we think about is something outside of us,
Mm-hmm.
making us feel at home in this world that
Mm-hmm.
we live in. But God took it a deeper level. There's no place like home because greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. God is in me, working both to will and do of his good pleasure. He is in me. Home is
Yes.
inside.
Mm-hmm.
Home is the breath you breathe. Home is the heartbeat you feel. Home is the strength that helps you to rise up and get off your bed in the morning.
I love it.
Home is internal. And if you can take time to go inward, internal, and find home, you will be more confident.
Mm-hmm.
You will be more productive,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and you will be more mature.
Yeah.
Simply because your whatever's happening outside of you is icing on the cake to what has already taken place in you. But in a lot of times we have the things turned around. We're looking for the icing on the cake outside of us to make us feel whole within. We got to change
Yeah.
that dynamic. Now, if that's one thing I can change in people's mindset, that's what I want to do.
Okay. I love
Internal.
it.
You got to do the head work. That goes back to that plant, that seed.
Yeah.
That seed had to do the work when nobody was watching.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to put the work in, to go through the discomfort, the uneasiness. You've got to be willing to press toward the mark of the high calling of in Christ Jesus if you want to get the glory.
Yes. Yes.
If you want the
Yes.
glory, go. An athlete can't be. Michael Jordan didn't become Michael Jordan just because he's cute or he's tall or he's dark and handsome. He became Michael Jordan because he worked like a dog.
Yep. He put in the work.
He put in the work. Kobe Bryant, he worked.
Yeah.
If you go to a job, you must work.
Yes.
If you have a business opportunity, baby, it only works when you
You
work.
work. Yes. Say that, Miss Ruth. Say that.
So if you want to, if you're going to put forth the effort, put your effort in something that is going to benefit you long term and not just for the moment. Be strategic in how you spend your time, your energy, who you spend your time with in your energy. And
Yes.
I know we're going in a whole different direction here,
No, this is great.
but this is my passion.
Yeah.
You got to make certain that you do not allow yourself to get caught up in looking outwardly for validation before you get your validation inside.
Yourself. Yeah. Yes. All right, Miss Ruth, girl. Go ahead, girl.
So home is
You
inside. Home is where the heart is. Where's the heart? Literally in you.
say inside. Yep.
In you.
Yeah.
Ain't in the boo, you know?
No, it's not in things.
It's not in things. It's not in a person, place, or thing. Home
It's
is
not,
within you.
yes.
And when you master that, when you get that, everything outside of you works together for your good, according to his
Yes.
plan and his purpose for your life and the lives of the people around you. I'm done. I
Yes.
mean,
Well, I want you to talk about the stuff that you have coming up. Like for sure, I don't know if you want to tap into your May thing, but you could definitely tap into that Saturday, March 28th.
okay, awesome. Well, March 28th is going to be a conversation on financial literacy and legacy. We're going to have a conversation and we're going to be just really talking about it. I want to be able to answer questions and help people to see where they are, how they can get to
Mm-hmm.
where they want to be, and whatever actionable steps they can take to get there. And the bottom line and the goal is understanding your literacy is connected to your legacy. Your knowing is connected to your legacy. Your legacy. Your legacy. That's why we're here. Your legacy. Your children, your children's children. You are here because of your great grandparents, your great grandma.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
so we can't let the ball drop before we take care of our great grandchildren, even if we don't even see them now.
Yeah.
But we got to put the systems
Right.
in place so that when they come along and we are no longer here, they can say, my grandmother put this together for my sisters and I, my brother and I, my children and I.
Yes, that's that
Too
generational
many
wealth,
people,
baby.
baby, too many people in our community. Just to give another example, too many rely on GoFundMe to bury their family, their loved ones.
Girl, don't get me started.
We're not going to try it.
Or fish
We
fry.
got to train or fish fry. Or churches are having. Never mind. That's well.
When you know
You
better,
do
you do
better.
better. And someone has to stand up and say, enough is enough. I don't want that for my legacy. I don't want that for my downline. I don't want that anymore.
I
Like
want.
we
Mm-hmm.
grieving is already hard in itself. And then
Yes.
on top of the grieving, we gotta figure out how to bury you. I
Mm-hmm.
can't even grieve like properly because I'm stressed on how to bury you.
Yes. Yes. So we have a responsibility to put those things in place. And let me share this with you about that automation payment on these things, type of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mom had an insurance policy for most of her my adult life. Okay, she had an insurance policy in place. She was diagnosed with a rare form of blood cancer, which I didn't understand when she told me about it in July of '89. She told me about
Okay.
it. She said, I went to the doctor and she said, they told me that I have a rare blood condition. She didn't say cancer, she said blood condition.
Mm-hmm.
And, she sort of brushed over it. Okay. Now, that was in July '89. November, my mother passed away. I didn't realize until after her passing, November 29th of that same year, she passed away.
Wow.
Okay. I realized that what she was saying was she had blood cancer. I didn't know that's what she was saying, honestly. She didn't break it down like that. Because she had to go to the hospital and was in the hospital when her insurance payments were due, and she was sick when her insurance payment was due, it lapsed. It lapsed while she was in the hospital, and when she died, she had no insurance, no matter how much she paid on that insurance.
Wait, they
Yes.
didn't give her back
They,
her. Wait, she was past the 2 years.
I
It
don't
had left.
I don't exactly know exactly all the demographics of it. All I know is when she passed, they said her
She left.
insurance lapsed while she was about a month or so before she died. And because of that, they did not honor it. All those payments, all that money.
Yep,
And so
gone.
that was a situation in my own family where we had to depend on family to come take care of her. Okay. My grandmother had to come up with money, do the yada yada yada. The
Yeah.
family had to have a conversation. So that's why
Yeah.
we're gonna have a conversation on next week on the 20 what day is the 28th. We're gonna
Uh-huh.
have a conversation because families don't need that, like you said, that kind of stress when
You
there
can't
are
properly grieve. You can't
it,
properly
you
grieve.
can't properly grieve. You must recognize there are options for you, and our community needs to understand what those options are through education, conversation, and information.
Yes.
That's what it's
Say
about.
that one more time. Say that one more time, Miss Ruth.
Through conversation, information, and I forgot.
Information. I think that was,
Through
yeah.
conversation,
Yes.
information,
Information.
and knowing for sure. So
Yeah.
it flowed. It just flowed.
Yeah,
I
it
can't.
did. It
We have
really
to go back.
did.
We have to go back and look at the recording.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, this was great, guys. Another successful Win Wednesday, aka Wealth is Necessary Wednesdays. These are the conversations that we're talking about that we need to have. If you're listening on Facebook, if you want to come back to replay, that's the step in the right direction. You are opening to learning. And that's
Yeah.
all we saying. Just shift your mindset, open up to
Mm-hmm.
learning. And when you want different, you do
You
different,
do.
and different things start happening. Um,
Amen. That's true.
yeah, yeah. So tonight I want to leave you with this thought. Again, I'm gonna repeat what I said earlier. Your
Okay.
finances can change, your habits can change, your future can change, but it starts with a decision.
Yes.
Make the decision to be honest. Make the decision to learn. Make the decision to move differently. Make the decision to secure what matters. And in closing, remember, we will be back in 2 weeks. Is that what date is that?
Wednesday
Let
the
me get the date.
25th. That's the 25th
Thank
of
you.
April. No,
March.
March.
Wednesday.
We're still
Yeah,
in
yeah,
March.
March. Yeah, we still in March. Wednesday, March 25th, we are going to tackle credit, and we're going to dive into a lot of the UWE products. So
Okay.
with that being said, also guys, I don't know if you knew this or not, or maybe you did, but everyone can go to freeannualcreditreport.com and get your credit. report from all three bureaus for free.
For free.
So
Free
I
credit report
highly
back on.
recommend, yeah, like I highly recommend you know at least what's on your credit.
Better.
Because UWE platform, they're going to do the necessary work. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to do the work, but I still like to be in the know of what's even on my credit report. And
Mm-hmm.
so, like I said, we're going to dive more into the March Madness. Remember, Madness stands for make a decision, navigate, elevate, strategize, and secure. We're going to get
Mm-hmm.
more into that in 2 weeks on the credit side. Miss Ruth, you want to share anything before we get off of here?
I am just so excited and honored to be here with you, Miss BB. This is such a dynamic opportunity to, really have a conversation and
Mm-hmm.
start some dialogue in our community. And that's what we want to
Yeah.
do, start dialogue. And if we can
Yes.
let people know that we are the experts to get it done, you have your insurance platform and we definitely have something here. We have something here that we can use to help families and generations for
Yeah.
a long time. And
Yes.
one of the things I am looking forward to doing, Miss BB, is taking this message to the churches,
Oh,
to community centers, to I even want to reach out to real estate agents that have clients that have been denied home
yes.
ownership because of their credit. Bring those
Uh-huh.
clients let me help you bring those clients back to the closing table.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me help you get them prepared for that closing table. They're not lost. Go back, get those people, bring them over here. Let me talk to them. Let me educate them. Let me show them the benefits, not just me alone, but this enormous group of people that are part of
Yes.
this platform. Let us help you help them. And
Yes.
you'll get, that's a whole leg of business you can generate, and I can show you how to generate that in a way that you don't have to stop doing what you're already doing. So
Yes, ma'am.
if you're interested in helping me to help your people so you can earn more commissions, so you can uh go to get more closings and help people get more
Yes.
keys, then you need to get in touch with BBRI so we can help you help them. Um, car dealers, people who help people buy cars. You see people sitting around in the car dealers all the time waiting for their approval.
Yep.
And
Yep.
lots of them have to walk out the car dealership because they don't have any approval. They can't get their car because they don't have the approval. Well, let us help your clients get approved so they can go ahead and get a car within 6 months or so. That's
Yes.
one way that you can serve your clients and that you can show them that you care and that just because they were denied doesn't mean that they're denied.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Just because they were declined, that doesn't mean they're denied.
Yes.
Um, well, so if you are in one of those professions and you have clients that you have had to sort of say, I'm sorry, but we couldn't get you approved, however
Yeah.
you say it, however you approach it, let's help you get those people back on track. That is a service you can offer them, and that alone will increase your referral business. I'm
Yes.
deep. I'm tipping into some of my stuff from May. So
Okay.
I'm sort
All
of
right. That's just confirmation. That's just confirmation.
so
You
I
on the
have
right
different.
track.
Yeah, girl. I have some strategies. I have some information. I'm going to be putting some things out there so that the right people. And the thing about May 16th is only for the sessions. I only have 2 sessions, and they fill up because the limitation are for attendees is 12 people. That's
Okay.
how short the class, that's how small the class is going to be. I may have to open it up because I am getting some more feedback, but right now is each session, one is at 12 and one is at 7. And they are limited to 12
And
participants. And it's going to be
it's
by
online
Zoom.
or in person. Okay. Okay.
It will be a Zoom, but we're going to go really deep on how you can
Okay.
go from concept to cash. Get you
Okay.
some money. Yeah, go
Okay. Let's
get you some
what
loot.
they say, get that bag.
Get
Go
go
get
get
that bag.
let's get the bag. But
Launch it.
Yeah, yeah. But and then the other part of it is when I say concept, I'm not telling you to follow my concept. I'm going to
Mhm.
find out and help you find out what is your passion, what is your business,
Mhm.
what is your field, what is your niche. I'm gonna help
Yeah,
you find out what that is or fine tune what you already know it to be so that you can
yeah,
see results this year. No
yeah,
more struggles, no more guesswork, structure,
yeah.
intention,
I like that. I like that.
production,
Yes,
production, and
I like
prosperity.
that. Yes, I like that.
Yes.
Now, if anyone is in St. Louis,
Uh-huh.
Tuesday, March 17th, we're having a networking experience. We're at
Yes.
RSVPs right now. I'm super excited to. The room is really set nicely, and I'm super excited. I have a photographer that's coming. I have media coming, and guess what, guys? They are coming for free. I'm just
Wow.
in a grateful, thankful spirit. And I'm really excited to witness the collaborations and the partnerships and just just sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yes.
And someone networking, you can meet one person and they could change your business, which can change your life. So, and one thing about me, I'm not a gatekeeper. I don't mind sharing, even if I don't get a dime about all that. I'm a very strong belief what I put out comes in. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm excited. I'm definitely excited about Tuesday, March 17th. I'm excited about March Madness period, guys.
Yeah.
And so yeah, let's keep having these conversations because
Yes.
hey, when you know better, you do different, you do better.
That's right. That's right. One thing you
And
said, BB, you said something, and it
uh-huh,
says it through the networking, it could be one person you meet
mhm.
that could change your life. Young lady, you are a prime example of that. Just with this connection right here. I must say. I just wanted to
You,
let
Miss
you.
Ruth. Thank you, Miss Ruth. And I know, guys, you guys probably think me and Miss Ruth have known each other a long time, but it has not even been a month. But
Not
that's
even a
just
month.
shows me how in line things will be.
Yes.
That's what also shows me get around people that can help better your education as well. Because I'm never claiming I know everything. I don't want to never be that person that knows everything. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to know somebody that knows some that knows some that knows some. So I'm excited. I'm excited for 2026. I was talking to
Yes.
a lady earlier today, and I was telling her that 2026 is by far going to be the best year because I'm shifting a lot of things and I'm
Yes, yes.
increasing in a lot of things. I'm decreasing in some things and increasing in other things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to continue to trust God along this journey.
Absolutely.
I don't even want to do it without him.
Absolutely
So,
not. Mm.
keep having the conversations, guys. Um, and we are going to end on that note. We will be back Wednesday, March 25th, 6 p.m. Central Standard and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. We are going to talk about credit and we are going to talk and get down with the UWE products. You guys say, oh, they got secure cards. Okay, look, I ain't gonna get into all
Oh,
that. It's a lot.
girlfriend, listen, Linda, listen, Linda.
It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot, but it's a lot to help you better your financial situation. So,
Yes, yes, yes.
education
When
power,
when we
and
can
everything
offer
goes
people a
back.
lifeline,
Uh-huh.
when we can offer people a lifeline, we really are saving lives through this
Yeah.
platform because it's easy to lose hope in the way things have been or shows have shown up in our lives over the years. We get so used to being told no,
Yeah.
in the Black community or being denied. We'll fill out an application and say, I'm gonna see if it'll work. I'm gonna see if it'll work. I'm gonna see if it'll prove it. You go through those motions. But
Yeah.
we can actually come to a place collectively and corporately as a community to be in a place where when we put the card down, we don't have to worry about whether or not it's going to pass or decline, or if we fill out an application, we know we're going to get approved because we understand how credit works. See,
Yeah.
that's the education part.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if buy something and don't read and don't read the instructions on how it works, or let somebody give you
Yeah.
something and you don't read the instructions on how it works. What is it going to do? Sit over there and gather dust?
Yep.
Because you're not going to
Yep.
do anything with it. So
Yeah.
we want to
Knowledge
help
is
the
power,
people.
y'all. Knowledge is
Yes,
power. When you know better, you do better.
yes,
Knowledge is
yes.
power. Knowledge is one thing no one can take away from us.
No one can take it away from you. And Martin Luther King said it this way: you don't have to understand the whole staircase before you take the
Mhm.
next step. Just
Yeah.
take the
Take the
next
step.
step.
All
You
right.
know the next step is there. Just take the next step. We'll take care of the
Yeah.
next after that. You know, I
And you don't have
appreciate
to
you.
have it all together, y'all. Y'all don't have to have it all together. What I think
Mm-hmm.
I said it in my first when I first opened. I said, take a story, write down them numbers,
That's
look and
right.
see what you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
It don't have to be perfect. It just take the story. Day
Mm-hmm.
one, day
Mm-hmm.
one, day
Wow.
one.
I
Because
can't wait to. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
truly believe that I'm speaking for myself, that God did not put me on this earth to live paycheck to paycheck. He did not
Amen.
put me on this earth to struggle. And no, I'm about to walk into my purpose.
Listen, um, God has empowered you to prosper. He's empowered
Mm-hmm.
me to prosper. And each and every one of us who are born, that's our DNA. It's
Yeah.
already in us. Remember that seed. Let's go back to the seed. In our DNA, we are already prosperous. But we got to get through the hard part so we can walk in the fullness of who we're supposed to be. Another illustration I like to use is this. And I used to ask this question. I said, God, do you think the caterpillar feels any pain when it's going through the metamorphosis?
Hmm.
Do you think it's going through the pain? And that's when I really started thinking about growing pains and what it takes, the discomfort, the pain, uh, you got to go through to get out of that confined place. And this is another thing with the caterpillar. Guess what? If you look at a caterpillar, first of all, when I saw a caterpillar, anytime I saw one, I was like, a bug,
Yeah.
you know. But if you look very closely at the caterpillar, every one of those little humps that makes up that caterpillar has every beautiful color that the butterfly will need to be beautiful. There's an
Mm-hmm.
intricate design on each one of those little humps. And I didn't know that at first. All I saw was the ooky caterpillar. But when I got close, I was like, oh my God, that's a piece of artwork over each one of those little crazy looking things he has. That's his DNA for being a butterfly. It's
Yeah.
already in him. But before he can become the butterfly, he has to go through that discomfort. He has to go to that dark place. He has to go to
Mm-hmm.
that alone place. And when he does that, his life can be exactly like you said, amazingly beautiful, because the caterpillar didn't come here to remain a caterpillar. We didn't come here to remain broke. We came here to flourish. We came here to thrive. He's made us more than a conqueror. He's caused us always to prosper, to conquer. You know,
Yeah.
wow. Don't get me started because I might start preaching again.
Hey, no, it's welcome. It's welcome. I always end with a song.
Okay.
Um, and I hope it let me play it because that's what I was trying to start with. Tell me what you
Okay.
see, Miss Ruth, on my screen. What you see? Me?
Me, you, and the wind emblem down below.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's see what's gonna
So
do.
let me hold on. Let me mute myself.
Okay. Unmute the 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 one on the other side. BB, what is the name of the song? You want me to play it?
It is China Styles.
Okay. Oh yeah, she's good. Okay, so now I hear the echo again. Where's can I get it on to you? Is it on YouTube?
Yes. And it is
Okay.
called I Love Me.
Okay. All righty. All righty. I love me. China Styles. There she goes. All righty.
I hope it let you.
Wait a minute. Everything, we are technically inclined. I don't care what nobody says. Okay.
Oh man. We gonna get
Okay.
it one
We're
day,
gonna
huh?
get it. Yes, honey. I love me. All right. China Styles. I love me by China Styles. Okay, there it is. Piece on my face, but I'm not in the mood. They want the old me, she expired. I'm the upgrade, hand tag, they got me fired. I used to water people that never grew. Now I put that love into my own fruits. I'm not competing me. I'm not gonna stand it, I'm the recipe. Baby on a meal, it's why they mad, that's made me. I don't taste love, I taste my peace, and I cut off excess like it's healthy. I love it now, proud to find me with everybody, and that's just how you can leave on colors. Hope still win. 2026 on the prize, locked in. Got me taking my blow to the blind. But Casey, you don't deserve time. I'm not too much, you just too small. I don't want my life so you feel tall. I made it out of my soul and into a business contract. Now my boundaries hit like bank alerts and my self-love got receipts for words. This year, I'm loving it like I'm somebody's dream. Because I am. Fuck up like a blessing with an attitude. Peace for my face, but I'm not in the mood. That was good. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that one again.
I appreciate you. Thank you. That is one of my favorites. I wake up listening to her. I go to sleep listening to her. Like,
Okay.
man, listen. And then another young lady put me on. She has another song called "Manifest Her" and "Protect." Oh crap! I know it was "Manifest Her" and it's something else. I'm gonna send it to you because that
Because I
girl
like to
is the
share. I
truth.
definitely love me some good music.
Yes.
Wow.
So y'all be blessed. Remember to continue to have the conversations, guys. Thank you for watching on YouTube, on Facebook, and anyone that joined the Zoom. I appreciate y'all too. Y'all be blessed. Miss Ruth, I'm gonna call you as soon as I get off of here.
Awesome sauce. Thank you so much. And it was a pleasure. Thank you for the invitation.
No worries.
All right.
No
Ciao.
worries. Okay, how do I